just like I said before, you got a lot of these people who's mixed in ethnicity talking about they're Israelites, and they're just causing a whole lot of confusion among the camps, man, in the community, the Israelite community, that is. So it's like we don't know who's who, all right? But when you dig into the history of certain people of the world, right, which is the so-called Native Americans or the Mexicans or whatever, okay, or the Hamitic nations, all right, you'll come to see that the so-called natives and the Mexicans, their customs sort of relate more to the ancient Hamitic people rather than the Israelites, man, right? And then you have these people claiming that they're Israel, all right, but they're bringing all of these pagan customs into the community, right? Burning sage, right? Idolizing your ancestors, okay? Calling on the so-called Great Spirit, all right? Doing rain dances, right? You saying that the full moon is the new moon, okay? That's a Hamitic culture, a pagan Hamitic culture, man, right? The book of Numbers, chapter 1, and we're going to start at verse 2, and it read, Take ye the sum of all the congregation of the children of Israel and their families by the house of who? Their fathers. Okay, it didn't say the mothers. But just like I said, that doesn't mean that the mother doesn't partake in this, because we need the woman to reproduce, all right, with her fertile eggs, all right? But the seed still follows the dad, right? As you can see here, it's all through the dad's lineage, right? With the number of their names, every male by their poles. Okay, it didn't say female, males. All right. Verse 3. From 20 years old and upward, all that are able to go forth to war in Israel, thou and Aaron shall number them by their armies. Okay. Verse 4. And with you there shall be a man, all right, of every tribe, every one head of the household, right, of his fathers, okay, or as it's written here, head of the house, but also you can say household too, and then it says of his fathers, all right. So right there, that's letting you know that everything is concerning the man, all right, when you're dealing with scripture. Let's jump down to verse 16. And it read, These were the renown of the congregation, princes, all right, of the tribes of their fathers, heads of thousands in Israel, okay? So this is talking about men, once again, princes. Who's a prince? A man, all right? Of course, you see here fathers, which is a man, all right? Heads of thousands in Israel, okay? Not women, men, right? Verse 17. And Masha and Aaron took these men, all right, which are expressed by their names, verse 18. And they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month, all right? And they declared their pedigrees after their families, okay? How? By the house of their fathers, all right? According to the number of their names, from 20 years old and upward by their polls, okay? Just letting you know, when you become a man, according to the biblical scripture, you have to be 20 years old. Now, in this society here, they tell you that you have to be 18, okay, for the woman, and 20 for the man, all right? But right here, this is letting you know right here, it's 20 for everyone, all right? Now, technically, in this society here also, it's 18 for both genders, male and female, all right? But right here, it's letting you know 20 years old, that's when you become a man. That's when you're able to go to war. All right, now, unfortunately, when you judging by this right here, okay, you have a lot of young men that's fighting in this war for this country, for this government, who's not even 20 years old yet, right? I have family members that's in the military that joined the military when it was like 18, 19 years old. Okay, but according to the biblical scripture, you're not even supposed to be thought of to be put in war when you're around that age, man. You're still young. That's still young, man. 18 years old. When I see an 18-year-old little kid or a little, little boy or little girl or whatever, they still look like babies, man. They look very young. Some of them barely even have facial hair. But, this government says that if you're 18, you can go to war. They'll throw an AK-47 or AR-15 in your hand and tell you to go to work, right? They'll send you overseas somewhere. It's like we're in war right now against Iran, supposedly, right? With the UN. All right, they got a lot of kids over there that's 18, 19 years old. They're not even 20 years old yet, man. And they're fighting a war, right? They could get their head blown off every minute, right? Someone can throw a bomb in their tank or whatever, right? Or in their army SUV as they're traveling along the desert or whatever. And it could be a roadside bomb, right? Blow them to pieces, man. 18 years old, right? But according to the biblical scripture here, man, it says you have to be 20 years old, okay? So that just goes to show that's another anti-biblical thing that's going on here in this society here, man, right? So back to it. Verse 19. As the Most High Power commanded Mashah, so he numbered them in the wilderness of Sinai. All right. Let's go to chapter 2, still in the book of Numbers. Okay. And we're going to start at verse 1. And it read, And the Most High Power spake unto Mashah and unto Aaron, saying, verse 2, Every man, all right, of the children of Israel shall pitch by his own standard with the ensign of their what? Their father's house. Okay, not the mother's house, their father's house. Far off about the tabernacle of the congregation shall they pitch. All right. So right there, that's cut and dry, letting you know that it's still of the dad, the lineage, right? Let's go to verse 32. And it read, These are those which are numbered of the children of Israel by the what? The house of their fathers. All those that were numbered of the what? The camps throughout their hosts were 600,000 and 3,000 and 550. All right. Verse 33. But the Levites were not numbered among the children of Israel, as the Most High commanded Moses. Why? Because they was the priests. Okay. They didn't have no business at war. Their war was the spiritual warfare. Okay. Their job was over the tabernacle. Okay. So they wasn't fighting the physical war, but they was fighting the spiritual war. All right. Verse 34. And the children of Israel did according to all that the Most High Power had commanded Mashah. So they pitched by their standards, and so they set forward every one after their families according to the what? The house of their fathers, their dad dues, man. The daddy, the pappy, all right? The seed of man. Okay? So right here, this is letting you know. Right? And this right here is only concerning the first couple of scriptures that I'm going to bring out, man. Right? So right here already it's letting you know, man, in the scripture, in the Torah, in the so-called Tanakh, right? It's letting you know that we go through the lineage of the dad, man. The man, okay? Not the mom. That's not to discredit the mom. That's not to disgrace the mom. But simply, just like I said before, if you believe in these holy scriptures, man, wholeheartedly, if you believe in the Bible, if you believe in the Most High, right, if you're following Christ wholeheartedly, then you would understand that the lineage of the dad, man, okay, not by a woman, the man, okay, numero uno, all right. So this is what we're talking about tonight, man, right? Let's get back into it. Verse 34 again from the bottom. According to the house of their fathers, man. All right. Let's go to chapter 3, still in the book of Numbers. And we're going to jump down to verse 11. And it read, And the Most High spake unto Moses, saying, verse 12, And I, behold, I have taken the Levites from among the children of Israel instead of all the firstborn that opened the matrix among the children of Israel. Therefore, the Levites shall be mine. Okay, so this is what the Most High said. It's like I said before. The job of the Levites was to control the temple. Okay, the spiritual warfare, right? Verse 13. Because all the firstborn are mine, for on the day that I smote all the firstborn in the land of bondage, which is Egypt, right? I hallowed unto me all the firstborn in Israel, both man and beast shall they be. I am the Most High power. All right, verse 14. And the Most High spake unto Moses in the wilderness of Sinai, saying, verse 15, Number the children of Levi after the house of their fathers, okay, by their family, every male from a month old and upward shalt thou number them. All right, so right here, once again, reiterating the male, the man, the father. All right, verse 16. And Moses numbered them according to what the word, all right, of the Most High power, right? Just like I said, you know, I'm not just speaking out of the side of my neck or how I feel or what I think, okay? All of this right here is scriptural, man, right? As he was what? Commanded, okay? Not a choice, okay? Not what Moses think, all right? Or how he figured things should go. Okay, how he was commanded of the Most High to do, man. All right.